Welcome back. You join us today down in the unit for the Nissan GTir. Almost a marathon now, it's been in here for a couple of years. We're going to see if we can today start working on it, see if we can get it started. We've got a couple of things we've done. We robbed the fuel pump out this to give to the super turbo, which didn't work out, so we've got that done, so we need to put this back in. And we've got tyre to blow up, battery to fit, see if we can get it going. We need to move it from this side of the workshop to that side right now, and then eventually move it up where it belongs and where the majority of the work's going to be carried out on it. We've got everything kind of going as quick as we can just now to try and get the cars, and we've actually potentially got more coming. I've been messaging trying to just save all these cars, but we need to start on this just now, so there's going to be a mix up between videos. We need to get everything in this workshop now. It's going to be a full-time workshop, which will give us more time and more space to work on the cars and give you guys more videos. So join us when we try and see if we can get this abandoned car back up and running. An update in case, because I'm sure I didn't record the removal of this fuel pump. I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't quote me. But the difference between the Nissan Pulsar and the Nissan Super Turbo, access, great access here. It's just in the boot, so I've just pushed that seat there forward, and you get access. You have to chat that you get sockets. I actually need to buy one. I've never ever bought one. I just put a lever in against those notches, and you can see where some of them's been marked from, and I just chap it around with a hammer. That gives us access. We're going to connect. I've put everything back up to the best. Sorry about the shadow, guys. I've got a head torch on. I've put everything back so as I don't confuse them. So we're going to remove that, refit the pump, and then just, start going. I'm going to try and position the camera, but if it doesn't work out, I apologise, but I'm going to bring you guys on for as long as I can. I'm recording again. Believe that. Give you guys a tip if you're ever using pliers to remove fuel hose or anything. The teeth will shred the hose. I've already slackened these, this shouldn't be an issue, but you can always feel the bulge where the pipe stops and the hose starts. If you can get in there and just apply a little bit of movement, see there? See the difference just how it's bulging there? You can start wiggling them off. And just always move up because the bulge keeps moving, see? Just gentle pressure and a little twist. There you go. I've not went crazy. I have tore a few before. I'm not going to kid on that I haven't. One, two, and three. How are we getting on in here? I'm going to try and give you guys a detailed view. Down in here, you can see that it's like a kind of housing there. It's got a slot in it, so I'm assuming the slot needs to hold there. That'll slot in, then the pump there will sit in a cradle, and then we can hook it back up. Update, guys, I've managed to put the cradle in the correct way around this time. So you can see it's open. Down in the bottom, I don't know if I can be able to zoom all the way in. You can see it's sitting in a slight pool of fluid now. Of fuel, sorry. Let's see if I can get the headlight down in there. Yep, so you can see it there, the colour change. I'm really bad with this, sorry. There, so it's sitting in a pool. So now if we slip that sock down in, we should be good to go. After much messing about, I've got it sitting down in there. I'll try and get the light in. It's hard to see now, guys, but I've clicked the cradle in. I've got the fuel pump lying in. I've made sure that the pickup strainer is lying in some fuel. I'm just going to pretend that I didn't catch this rubber when I fed the supply hose and the electrical cables. I didn't feed them through the middle of that, and I had to strip it all back off again. I'm just going to pretend that didn't happen. If you guys die on me, I stupidly didn't bring my phone charger with me, and I'm by myself. So I'm happy that the pump is lying in fuel. It's sitting in the cradle. Ideally I would like a rubber bush around it to stop it from moving. We've dropped the connectors down, so I'm assuming that we can fit our cap back on. Now the reason why I don't put the rubber around that, because it's a pain. You're actually better putting the rubber in first and then that. It's just a bit footery, guys, when all the pipes are connected, but just, I hope there might be a couple of tricks here that someone might pick up on and save themselves a bit of time and hassle. Plus maybe you want to do it yourself and learn, so make sure that my 3 pipes are pointing that way. Let's see if this will go in. Could be doing with some spray, but I didn't bring any. There we go. Now, like before, put this on first, because if we put these pipes on, we can't get that on. This is what locks it. This is what I was saying you get a key for. Get like a big socket for it. I'm sure I've never actually used one. I don't have one. I always use a bar or a lever and we just tap it. I'm not going to over tighten it, because then it will be impossible to get back off. I'm going to buy one of those tools anyway. I'm just pushing this around with a screwdriver at the moment. I'm just going to gently tap until we get resistance. So, connected with 3 pipes back up. Sorry about light again, guys. Where electrical connectors come off this shield, so put them down in it, and we've got this. I'm sure that's a breather, or an overfill pipe or something. But we've got everything connected up in there that I know to the best of my ability. So we're going to move around to the front of the car now. Blew up the tyre. Look at the cobwebs that's came off when it got inflated. Time to see if it'll go, and then we'll move it to the other side of the workshop. Just holding this, guys. Michelle's away around to the shop to get us some deionized water. There's not enough in the system. I've put a wee bit of coolant in, but we're going to top it up with some water just to make sure all the levels are hanging. We've got good levels and everything before we try and run the car. So she's away doing that. I've hooked up the battery and blew up the tyre, as you've seen. So I'm just going to turn the key a couple of times to see if the pump's going to prime. Something happened there. I think we're good. Okay guys, so I've just got the jumper part hooked up anyway. We've connected the battery. We've topped up the radiator to make sure there's fluid in it. Checked all our other fluids. I don't know if the air filter, I've left it up home, but it should be enough. I just need to start it and move it to the side of the workshop, so it's not going to be dramatic. So here goes. Michelle's here. She brought down the key, I forgot it. Michelle, will it start, yes or no?
I'd like to think so, the battery back.
Alright, technical. I'm going to say yes, I'm confident.
Sure, I think I could.
She's alive. Can't you switch your camera?
Very, very alive.
I forgot that was your favourite part, Michelle. Is it loud? Sorry. You like Subaru? I thought you liked Subaru. Yeah, you like. Do you like this one? Do you like Subaru? Oh.
I don't like that noises.
Okay.
I like the cool noises.
Subaru noises. Till next time.
That's a ducky.
Signing off.
Yeah.